So I am feeling a little lonely at the moment. Again, just, would rather have my peer or older or I would say even an adult, but I'm telling you, not 18, not 21. You gotta be like 25 plus. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, just feeling a little lonely at the moment. Definitely don't feel like God has left me nor forsaken me, but I'm feeling lonely. And the last person I was involved with, he liked to play off of that every now and then. It wasn't too often, but it was, well, I mean, I guess he did do it more than enough, but I guess I'm thinking about the times that he mentioned it, and he was just like, you know, just to like try to benefit him or, try to know what kind of like softens me up, opens me up, or whatever. We spoke on that, and what else was it? I'm telling you, I got a laugh on the inside, and I thank God for it. But it hadn't really came to the surface. So I'm trying to see what's so funny, and what's to laugh at, because my daughter being removed from her house, not funny. Me having to do some jail time, not funny. Suicide watch at that. Them putting me on there even though there was no real reason for that. Um, that's why one thing about it, wherever that spirit came from regarding suicide, baby, I'm really almost hoping that it returns to that person or that that sender, seriously, because nah. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh my goodness, something about the loneliness or whatever, and just wanting to hear. And was also gonna speak about was one time when I said to my mom, you should have let me go stay with my dad, because I remember my dad telling me my grandma always said don't send her down there because he gonna keep her and this, that, and the third. And why am I experiencing what what other people's worst fears was, along with my own, but other people's stuff or whatever. And then, not to say that my mom didn't care, but I think she probably would have on her own chosen to send me. And if my grandma had not been in her ear like that, and uh I don't know how it would have benefited me. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have got beat up, and all types of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, and latchkey kid and stuff like that. But who knows? Maybe something else could have happened. Something worse could have happened if I didn't go. All I know is I didn't go, and I, in my adulthood, lashed out at her saying, you should let me go with my dad. And it was definitely after he had told me and like planted the seed or whatever. He had told me she wouldn't let you come because your grandma would always say he gonna take you and keep you and stuff like that. And um, I don't know, man. I don't know how to really feel about the stuff. Um, I'm not really like, because I don't talk to my dad or deal with my dad now. It's my choice. When I was older and I realized some of the stuff that he did, I don't talk to him. And as far as my mom, I've been separated. I'm right around the corner from her, but I'm separated, and you know, can't really communicate with her for whatever reason. I'm saying, I don't fully understand. And again, it's just some things that she said to me, like, I'm not your mom, told me that before. So I guess that's why I'm talking about the loneliness and stuff like that. Like that was said to me, gosh, I was 15 or 14 or something like that. I don't know, 15 or 16. I think I don't know, 15, had to been. And 15 or 16, somewhere around there. And it's just hearing that from the person that carried you, gave birth to you, and then later on down the line they put you on a Facebook page of this is my firstborn and what. I just was like, I don't know, man. That's confusing type stuff to me. And then again, like I said, just feeling like how my daughter had been speaking to me and treating me and stuff like that, and lashing out. Well, like, you know, um, I had a dream where she was either playing or trying, seemingly joking, saying "you're not my mom" and this, that, and third. But I don't know. I don't really know how to interpret it. But the way that her actions and stuff have been regarding me, it just feels like that. This don't feel like a joke. That's what I'm saying. Laughter keeps coming up, but this doesn't feel like a joke. I feel like anybody's playing. Me personally, I'm not playing with nobody. I'm not playing around with people's emotions. What I'm standing on is what I mean. Like, I'm not budging, even regarding my daughter. Like, even though I want to speak with her and see her and stuff, I do have to stand firm and take a firm stand. Like, girl, I love you. I care for you. I don't want to see you, mess up your life or make these certain mistakes or whatever. And I know what your dad has said to me in my ear, what his intentions or whatever are regarding you and stuff like that. So I'm just like, oh no, I gotta, in order for that not to happen, I just pray and trust God. And if mom gotta continue to go without having somebody in my life and stuff like that, of course I desire some. I don't want to say just somebody, and definitely not just anybody, but I desire having somebody. And my daughter knew that when she was here. I told her, honey, I want my husband. Mom, what you want for your birthday, honey? I just want my husband, my family, my marriage and stuff intact, and I want my, I want my household running and being orderly. And then, when I lost my job last year, of course, on behalf of them calling and stuff like that, it's so crazy how people are so spiteful that they mess their own self up. Like, I lost my job or whatever, and then she started saying, I feel like we're moving backwards. But I just be like, girl, cause your dad gets drug money, like, you feel like I'm not doing anything, and then he's supposed to be a provider, a protector, and more. And so, what I'm saying, it do. I'm telling you, it tries to get me in my feelings. Probably wants to keep me there, but definitely tries to get me there. And I'm just like, gosh, why is all of this coming at me where people is disregarding me with their mouth and then, sometimes with their actions too, but definitely disregarding me with their mouth and stuff like that, and get off from around me, but start listening to other people regarding me, even though you've been up close and personal. And that's one thing I'm praying right now, that my daughter be able to recognize the real from the fake, and she be able to know, if somebody tell her anything, your mama this, that, and the third, she'll be able to know and recognize, no, that ain't my mama, the difference between what is and what ain't the truth. Because the devil is a lie, don't try to plant certain stuff in my kids' head about nothing concerning me, when they know they've been up close and personal, that can speak with me and they'll know. But I'll say, I remember too the comment where my boys' dad was like, I'm gonna have my fun. He was saying, I'm gonna have my fun first or something like that. And what I'm saying, I don't know what we was talking about, but I don't know. I don't even remember the context of it, but I remember him saying, I'm gonna have my fun. And I'm like, but if I say the rest of my life is the best of my life, you include yourself. But if you say you gonna have your fun, you saying my, as in you, and you're excluding me. And that's what I'm telling you. That's where the disregard come from. I've been disregarded, discarded by quite a few people. Some people I don't give a damn. Like, some people I truly do not care if I see them again. Don't want to. Most of them, really, but because at this point, that's just what it is. It's just gotten me to that place. But some people, I just really felt the type of way. Like, what? Like, what have I done to you? And it's like, some of it is like, what have you? Like, what? It's not what you have done. It's the fact that you haven't done nothing. You ain't trying to get over on me. You ain't trying to sit back and lie to me. You ain't trying to, whatever the case may be, that torment. But it feels like I'm the one that has, I'm going to at least say some of the torment, because I have peace. I'm not going to never trade that and use my tongue to say that I got torment. I don't. I may feel sometimes tormented or, some type of way, but nah. But I'm trying to still remain content with what's going on in my life and continue to move forward in the way that God will have me to. Continue to improve myself, continue to be there for my boys that are here, my kids, period, overall, but my boys that are still here. Like now, I need to get up and go run my son some. He wanted to take a bath. I told him we're going to take a shower, but because I need to clean out the tub and stuff. But And really, I could teach them how, but I'm just like, I ain't really in the mood for all that. But it's, you know what I'm saying, I need to teach them some more life skills or whatever. Um, but just, you know, just want what I want. And the other thing that popped up is because I was telling, like I said, the last one I was involved with, about how my grandma, she was still claiming my granddad as her husband and stuff like that. She had, they never legally got married, but she was still claiming him as her husband. And I guess she lost her virginity to him, and of course that's when she had her child, her first and only child, by. And then he started speaking that over my life, and that's how you gonna be. And I was just telling him about it, you know what I'm saying? Just telling him, letting him get to know me. And it's like, yeah, I guess you started spell casting and speaking that over my life and stuff. Yeah, that's how you gonna be. And I'm like, what? I'm not telling you about it to talk down on her, but I was just letting him know. And it was some of her character traits and stuff, like some of the ways and the reason why she was like she was. Just as sure as I tell people, I seen her get beat on, this, that, and the third. That's all it was trying to be conversation and communication. And he would start speaking it on me, um and then what else I was saying, she ended up, of course, linking back up with somebody that became, that was a boyfriend or whatever that she was with earlier in life, but I guess, they didn't work it out. I think she said he was drinking too much, and this is the man she was with when she passed on. Um, he was by her side or whatever and living with her or whatever the case may be. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm just still trying to understand it. Like I say, I feel like I did some things, of course, in my late teenage years, early 20s, whatever. But I don't feel like it's any different or any worse than anybody else. I'm not gonna say that my consequences are worse, but it just feels so different. Like, God, why am I dealing with this for an extensive period of time? By now, it should definitely be over with. And I guess it's kind of like people that get 20, 30 years in jail plus. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, what did I do that was so bad that, but that's a feeling. That is not the truth of the matter. I always got to, rebuke the enemy and them lies, but those are feelings, and I am able to distinguish between feelings and stuff like that. Um, but yep, in this moment, I'm just like, oh, Lord. It's a whole drought out here, a whole pandemic. I done been by myself. Before I was sitting in the backyard, I'm sitting there by myself. Yeah, some people thinking they gonna come over and hang out and make my house the hang spot. That was not gonna go down at all. No, baby. If I want some company or something like that, I'll let y'all know. But you're not gonna. Oh, we'll bring this to you. No, I'm good. Nah, baby. That's one thing about me, honey. You ain't finna come and just sit up over here. And definitely, you're not contributing nothing. You trying to contribute some drinks. Nah, baby, you better contribute something on these bills and stuff like that. And don't do it. Don't do it. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Love my sons. I'm glad they got each other that they can grow up with. Man, I was just looking at that case about that lady who lost all 5 of them kids in that fire. We had that here where I stay at, not too long ago, where I think a man tried to climb back up in the window and save his kids, but they all died. And I think it was around 4, 5, or 6 or something like that. That's out of this world type crazy to me to lose all your kids. I mean, losing one is like losing all of them, period. You know what I'm saying? Or similar to, should I say. It's not like or whatever. It's not exactly like, but it's similar to. And so, and then I seen, that pain and stuff on her face and stuff like that when she was at the funeral. And you just see that pictures and stuff on the casket, man. Heck no. Heck no. And just, whatever the case was, I don't know all the details, but something can happen that quick where it can get on fire. And that's why you do want to have an emergency plan, go over that with your kids and stuff like that. I was telling my daughter when she was here, this is what I need for y'all to learn and do in case of emergencies. And oh Lord, And just because she's out of sight do not mean she's out of my mind right now. I even still think about what's your escape plan. Some type of freak accident happens where you at and wherever you may be. You know what I'm saying? So, and this, I'm asking God now to protect her from any danger, anything try to backfire regarding her dad, anybody he done may have screwed over, got over on, taken advantage of. Again, I mentioned the girlfriend, or I don't know if he's still with her or whatever, but the last girlfriend and even the one before, I don't, if y'all try to backfire regarding him, miss my daughter completely and totally, you know. Um, his mama and them is fair game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, but miss my daughter completely and totally, And after the one incident that happened where the shooting and stuff went down and she didn't come back, I'm just like, what in the world? Why? Why? If some place got shot up that I'm at, and I'm glad her life is so covered, that bullets missed her, but bullets hit somebody, or a bullet or bullets hit somebody that has her same name. Um, it's almost like the enemy trying to send me a warning, like, yeah, this was for your daughter, but yeah, my daughter is covered, but even still, and she wanted to stay over there under and around her. It's like, dang, it must be this bad over here. It's that serious as that, And the reason why it would be is because I didn't get the help that I asked for. I got them trying to play me, and you know what I'm saying, not only trying to play me by cheating and doing other stuff and messing with other females, but just trying to play me, period, just trying to hold me all the way down. And one called me his downfall, when really, that's what you're trying to be in my life, you projecting it. Then the other one said I didn't want him to be happy, I want him to be a thug, and it's like, no, you projecting it. He told me something about fighting. As soon as he walked in my house day one, that's thug behavior. That's thuggish activity. You told me, you started stuff with me and your relatives, and then told me to walk over there and this and the third, take my brave ass over there. It's like, and basically trying to provoke me. And it's like, really, you really gonna, I'm not done, but you really, like, why do y'all do that? I ain't try to provoke nobody, baby. I self defend, and I might have again retaliated as far as blow for blow and stuff like that. But I just didn't try to put them in no predicament where I wanted to trap you, or I wanted to set you up. As far as what happened, having sex, having babies, and then we go from there. And I listened to my mom and her, my mom and my dad, to be honest, and heard what they said, and it was about accountability and responsibility and stuff like that. And I just, man. So I'm asking God to help me and ease this and all that. I just want the help that I barely can say I deserve it. I just feel like it's what I want. I don't know, because honey, I probably deserve worse. And the Bible talks about working out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling, and honey, that's what I'm still continuing to do, and I thank God for that. But I remember my boy's dad telling me, when I was like, people need to get their life together, he was like, people ain't trying to do that. This is when one of his cousins died. His cousin had funeral on his hat, and then, next thing, all the details or whatever. I'm like, dang, I don't know if, again, that was a sacrifice or whatever. People is just sacrificing their own, telling you they brothers and stuff like that. And that doesn't happen similar with cousins in that bloodline. A older brother is still living, but a younger brother is gone, and it's like, I don't know what's going on, but nah. As far as mine, I pray for mine, especially the sister that came out of the same womb as me. Now the ones that came out of the same penis as me, it's not that I don't give a damn. It's just that I love them, and it's just got to be at a distance. But yeah, and he said that to me, like, people ain't trying to hear that or whatever. And I'm like, and then realized that it was him who wasn't trying to hear that and apply that. So I wasn't worried about people. I'm talking about, I'm saying, well, I did speak about people, but I wasn't really worried about and concerned about them. And so, I seen him, he was crying regarding that funeral and stuff like that, and feeling sad. And then, we'll just keep it real, my grandma went and gave him a bottle of alcohol and stuff like that. And I was feeling a type of way, but looking back, like, girl, you should have gave him a bigger bottle than that. That's how I'm starting to feel. But I'm just not like that. I don't be on that. But he took the little bottle, and I was just trying to tell him, okay, you over here drinking and stuff. She's trying to give you that bottle. You know what I'm saying? You better be careful. And while at the same time still loving my grandma, still respecting her, but I didn't like that type of behavior because he was already grieving, and it's like I don't really feel like you need to give a pretty much a man that like to be drunk a bottle when he's grieving. So I mean, the Bible speaks about that too. It says a sick man or dying man, but if he dying, baby, like I said, you need to give him the whole bottle. But she gave him a little, the miniature bottles or whatever. But I'm just thinking about these things and thinking about how they have treated me and stuff like that. And it seemed like starting off with my daughter's dad that we was all right. It seemed like we was cool. But I mean, it didn't take long for him to show his true colors. Like I said, I was just young, and whatever he allowed, I guess I continued, and without really paying attention and trying to be intentionally, like I wasn't evil at all, but just intentionally, maybe it was toxic and just not good. I just didn't realize. And so but I thought we was all right, and then I had I ain't really had no eye opener until after, and until like when I moved over here 11 years ago. I do thank God for deliverance. That here it is, 11 years, and I ain't went back to him. I mean, got my daughter and everything, and I'm no, baby, you ain't what I want. I ain't going back to you. I seen what you did. I seen how you behaved. You could say I was young then and this, that, and the third. You mature. Well, that's wonderful, honey. But I ain't go back to him because for one, you ain't gonna I feel like you ain't gonna leave up out of this residence where I'm at, and right here in my face. I don't want you doing it behind my back, but right here in my face, you know what I'm saying? Let somebody call your name and you ready to, oh, okay, you must be out your mind. You done lost it. We was already pretty much on the brink of done anyway. Probably shouldn't even been interacting. And then it was something else. What else did he do? He tried to make light of the things that he did and try to, yeah, you did this too. And I'm like, and I did do certain stuff. I didn't do that stuff to hurt you. It's like he did it with more intentions of like who she hang with. Oh yeah, if she hang with this girl, I'm gonna go over here. And so he actually slept with somebody that I hung with and stuff like that. And then wanted to come back and tell me about it after. I'm like, baby, you should have told me that before since you big and bad and bold. Okay, so I was just like, man, I'll do too much. It was relationships where I felt comforted in. I felt comforted with this one guy who he was real tall and stuff. I'm not gonna drop no names on this, but up until the point where he started trying to claim my daughter, and I was like, no, ain't nothing to do that, and I ain't like that. I mean, and I felt comforted, but I also felt something was off with that too, because I know he was talking to other females or whatever, but and then let me see. I'm just thinking about the guys that I dated or like the in-betweens or whatever. um, Before, because I ain't messed with and dealt with nobody else since my boy's dad. um, Let me see. It was this other guy. He was from Nigeria, and I was fine with him until he acted like he wanted to keep me trapped in a room, like. Don't do it. I'm not doing that with you. I'm not. Don't try to keep me trapped in the room. If I say I want to go, I want to go. And then I was pregnant with my daughter and stuff like that. I was young and I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm pregnant with another man's baby. But that man didn't want me. He was already going through rocky stuff. It was wild. He kept getting locked up at a young age of this and the third. And yeah, he was out doing other stuff with dudes. Not to try to put too much emphasis on it, but I'm just being real dudes, and wanted to be up under dudes all the time. So I was just like, okay, whatever. But when he came to me, you know what I'm saying, he ain't had no problem getting it up, but I guess it was just sexuality in nature and just, you know what I'm saying. But seemed like more attracted to males or whatever as far as spending time and stuff like that. Um, I was around him, but as far as us spending time, it wasn't nothing like that. I don't even remember like spending no good time. It was just, us getting it in, and then there'd be that. I'll probably maybe fall asleep or whatever. We didn't really chill like that. I chilled more with my boys' dad, but he didn't feel settled. He would jump up so quick, just didn't feel settled or whatever. Then I guess he didn't have peace about something or whatever. And when I was happy, I was peaceful, all of that. I was feeling good. I won't say I was completely happy because there's a lot going on. Um, um, so yeah, it's like they both did what they did or whatever. I was told that the last one dogged me out. Okay, if you want to think that or say that he did his stuff and he did his dirt or whatever, and he might have, what I'm saying, but what he did is really on him. He really dogged himself out, if that's the case. Um, but he did stuff that I just, I definitely didn't approve of and wasn't happy with on a consistent basis. But I don't know my loyalty, the way my loyalty set up, and I just feel like, Lord, who wants somebody that's loyal and willing to kind of compromise on maybe something else that I might have to just take some time to work on, but so yeah, I'm sitting here sighing. Wish it was a sigh of relief, like it was resolved, but it's a sigh like, Lord, please just continue to help me, continue to lift me up. I am concerned about this upcoming week, school and stuff tomorrow for my boys. I have to try to snap back into homeschool. I really need to look up the IXL program for their grade levels and figure out what I'm going to do because, yeah, I asked for help a long time ago. And, I know to me, this is God helping me regarding my daughter, me not having to be concerned about my daughter, but other people let them tell it, they'll feel like they doing me a favor and this, that, and third. You're not doing anything for me. If anything, if you are, you're doing what you're supposed to do as a dad, but you ain't doing me no favor. So don't ever say you're doing nothing for me. When you do something for me, you gonna do what I'm directly asking you to do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, man. I still need help with my boys. I want, just trusting and seeking God. My son was in a program I had him in, but I just took him out because I don't know, he felt that pressure of that man trying to play this certain position in his life that you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to, I don't know, it was just crazy. So if he's feeling uncomfortable and I felt uncomfortable for him, and it could, what I'm saying, I don't want to make mistakes and say I was wrong and I should, yeah. There's some in there because it was males in there, but I don't want my kids to come in contact with the right males, whether that's peers, their age, friends, and stuff like that. If we can even call people friends these days, or I'm gonna just say associates. And then the older males and stuff, that's role models and leaders, and definitely men of God. That should have been the first thing said, but Lord, I still need help. Help. Yeah, I'm trying to find out where this laughter and stuff coming from. Because I got laughter on the inside, but it's just not coming up like I want it to. I feel it. And, you know what I'm saying? I can hear it every now and then, but it's just not. Where is that? Look, I've been saying that before. Where is that? Because I want it, and I ain't, honey. I was looking and hoping for something, and I thought it was going to be something good. Honey, I had more heartbreak, more heartache. I ain't really I know people weren't thinking I was talking about money. Now, money is a factor and it helps, but yeah, I ain't worrying about that. Oh my goodness, Lord. Have mercy. I see, I don't know how you shy out of Russia. Say, I don't know how you got to know how you shy out of Russia. Inside of the Honda, see out of Russia. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Inside of the Honda, put a Honda, see out of Russia. Oh Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, God. See, God is a big God. I've asked him for some things earlier this week, yesterday, today. And I'm still asking, and he's big enough to provide fulfill all those areas, how he sees fit. And according to his will, as long as it's for him to get the glory. If he be lifted up in this earth, he will draw all men. So I'm asking the Lord, continue to draw men to you, men and women, but children too. That mother who, also still in that fire door, all the details, being a miss. Haida Hunda Shia Shakara Haisha Yado Shia Yado Shia. Sekiri the Handa Sianda Siada 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 Shianda Shiko Haisa Kaya Yada Haisa. Yes, Lord, continue to protect me this week from my enemies, whoever, however they may try to manifest. Yes, Lord. Hasiara do Handa, Shiara no Handa, Siara do Sianda, Sikona Hai, Kona Handa, Shikere, Sai, Nada do Shia, Ikana no Hai. Yes, Lord. Let me to interact with ones, Lord, that you would have me to get close to. I just don't feel like it's too many, if any, in this area, but God can do it. But help me, Lord. Send forth your help, Lord. I see out of the high, so I cut on the high, so on that she out of the she out. You put on that she out of the she. Hide on the high, you shot out of the she, and I see out of the high, you put on that she out of the she, I put on that she out of the high. I'm going to turn the video off.